Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your monthly predictions reading. We are going to be doing a general prediction for the month of August. So if you're more interested in love specific readings, I do those predictions on this channel. We have one up at the moment for you from mid-July to mid-August, and I recommend that you subscribe and join the community so that you can stay informed of the mid-August to mid-September predictions as well. So let's get into it. We're going to pull 3 cards from this oracle deck, which will tell us the 3 main themes that your sign can expect to experience in the month of August. So let's get into it. For Aquarius, what are their main 3 themes in the month ahead for Aquarius? What are their main 3 themes for Aquarius? Interesting. What are their main 3 themes, please, Spirit? One last card for Aquarius. At the back of the deck, we have Hope, which is the daffodil card in this deck. Some Taurus, Earth energy with some air energy and the number 38. As an overall energy, I feel like you're being more selective about what you put your hope and faith into. I feel like some of you guys are cutting something out of your life, or you're just being very careful. Like I almost see you walking away from something that once gave you hope, especially if this is a person and their behavior has really pushed you to the point where you're like, you know what, you give me no reason to have hope or faith in this situation anymore. But other than that, I just think that your interests in August are going to be very selective and specific, and without intentionally icing somebody out, you may actually be cutting ties with behaviors or situations that you were once very attached to and you once really had a lot of faith in. Your first main theme here is the cucumber card of emotion. This card is associated with the number 4, Cancer, and Earth energy. As a theme, I'm a little bit worried about this because it's not that it's a bad theme, it's just that it's an interesting theme for an Aquarius. It tells me that a primary theme for you has a lot to do with family, people who matter to you. I feel like you're getting protective over someone here, someone that's really important to you. Look, we have you at the back of the deck, Self and Fool here. Someone that really matters to you. I could see how you're getting very protective of them in August. And I almost feel like this emotion card is you prioritizing certain things. Like I feel like a really sentimental pull from you, and I'm sure I got that from you in one of your other readings as well. Maybe it was your love reading. A very sentimental energy here that feels very protective. So Spirit, what is this emotion energy for Aquarius? What is this about? This emotion energy for Aquarius. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. I just heard I'm the gatekeeper. The Moon reversed. I say what comes and what goes. 10 of Cups reversed. This is crazy how these cards are coming out. The Tower. The Flower of Life reversed. These cards are crazy. And we have the 8 of Wands with the 6 of Crystals at the back of the deck. So crystals in this deck are swords. So you have the 6 of Swords at the back of the deck. To be honest with you, I need to have a quick drink of water. That wasn't what I was going to say, but that's what I need right now. I could definitely see how you're going to be protective, but I just can't figure out if this is because you have so much love for somebody in your life that you're protecting them, or whether you are protecting yourself from someone else. With this Knight of Wands reversed in the Tower, this kind of makes me think that in this situation, you are trying to mitigate instability and drastic or sudden unexpected change. You're trying to cope with an unstable foundation, and you're really trying to make something work here. And it feels like this is already, like there's already cracks, you know, like something already has happened. we're just trying to prevent it from getting worse, basically. We're trying to prevent it from becoming any more unstable. So when it comes to your emotions in the month ahead, as a theme, it feels like you're really trying to cut through any bullshit, okay? Anything that is trying to lead you on, or people that you care about. And I feel like you are protective over somebody else here. I feel like you're trying to protect them from an unsavory character, someone who you deem isn't good enough. It feels like you're gatekeeping and you're saying, no, like that isn't good enough for you. With the moon reversed and the flower of life reversed, it does feel like this has something to do with triangulation, or at least separation. Like the flower of life is representing the ancient geometry pattern, this pattern that we find in all aspects of life, whether we look at it scientifically or biologically or astronomically. This represents us being connected in the collective consciousness. So when it's reversed, it's kind of like you saying, I don't want all that. Like, that's not my problem. This is my only problem, me and the ones that I love. There's a strong Cancer energy here with the moon reversed of trying to cut through someone's lies, trying to see clearly, not wanting to be confused, and just feeling very emotionally invested in something as well. With the 10 of Cups reversed and the 8 of Wands upright, I feel like all of this energy is coming from, like, I just don't want myself, them, or both of us to get hurt again. And it does feel like this behavior could be towards another family member or someone who was once part of this bigger circle, this bigger family picture. Now that the 10 of Cups is reversed and we have the 8 of Wands upright, we're kind of saying, like, I choose what I want to do with my energy, and the communication that I'm going to give you may not be pleasant to hear, but it is definitive. It's a representation of who is important to me. So I feel like your energy, you're very specific, again, about what you're interested in, and that is going to cast some people out of your close circle. If somebody pisses you off, Aquarius, in August, you may just ice them out, and it's safer than having a confrontation and accidentally saying something you might forget, but it's also leaving room for a conversation later that may be more healing. Like, I don't see you wanting to react based on anger or that primary feeling, which may be a feeling of hurt, like, wow, I didn't expect that. I see you ultimately waiting for a chance to have more healing conversations. So for some reason, your emotions are definitely triggered in August. But there's this strong protector energy about you, and there's this strong feeling of, like, I just need to figure out, like, what I want to say, and I'm going to say it when I'm ready type of feeling. It's very interesting. It's an interesting theme. I want to get some advice because I could see how that theme could impact every aspect of your life. If you have something weighing heavy on your heart, I feel like it's going to impact you at your workplace. It's going to impact you in your free time. It's going to impact you when you try to make new friends or meet current friends. Like, I could see how this emotion energy is a theme that you need to be aware of, because it could have some accidental negative repercussions if you're not careful. And it ultimately is something that you need to communicate when you are able to, when you're less confused, when you're less angry, or when you're less triggered. It's this idea of being able to communicate how we are feeling, because you also feel disappointed in someone, like you're expecting them to act or do something or to prioritize you maybe, and they haven't. Your first advice card is Inside Looking Out, number 38 reversed. We also have the number 35 left out with the wolves, and we have Calm Within Transformation, number 12. At the back of the deck, we have the 53 card, Make It Look Like Night. So as advice, there is a strong feeling of alienation and isolation here. There's a feeling of being left out. And your advice with this card, Inside Looking Out, is to make sure that you're not excluding yourself from something or from someone or from a situation that is important to you. I see you missing out on some sort of opportunity to come together with loved ones or to spend a moment like celebrating love in some way with key figures of your family. And it feels like inside looking out reversed is like, don't be that one who feels like they're alienated. Like if you can, just make sure you're prioritizing connections, people, and the chance to communicate emotion when you need to. There's a strong feeling here of accidentally cutting yourself off from something meaningful. And with left out with the wolves, I feel this card is really about this feeling of like bullying, if I'm honest. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It just feels like literally on this card, we see a house cat and there's wolves around it, you know? And I just wonder if this overprotective energy is a bit too extreme. I don't mean to question, because I don't know the whole story, so I'm not judging, but left out with the wolves as advice is kind of this be eaten or eat a mentality, you know, like become the bully or be bullied. That's what it feels like. So that my question to you with that card would be, is the action worth the consequence? Or is the consequence worthy? Does the crime fit the punishment? Is the vibe? At what point do we draw the line and opt for a more peaceful resolution? Something that isn't so tit for tat. And over here with calm within transformation, I can't help but feel like we're missing the bigger picture here. Like as sudden and unexpected, and we may be in survival mode when this first happens, which is why our actions come across as not really fitting with the situation, because we're literally just in survival mode, and then we have a tower moment on top of that. So this destructive energy just kind of comes at a weak point. And so calm within transformation, it's an opportunity to consider what actions you need to take in order to move beyond this lesson, because it feels like a lesson. It feels like a lesson in being more honest with yourself and more expressive about how you're feeling, so that you don't miss out on any opportunities to move forward and to gain your peace and to essentially just get out of an unfruitful situation. What's the point in repeating cycles, right? Life is too short. Let's learn something new. So let's have a look at your second theme now. We have the carrot coming out. So I strongly recommend that you check your sun, moon, rising sign, especially if you have earth in your sun, moon, rising, or even fire, because that card has come out for other signs as well. That carrot card as a theme is also associated with the number 1, Virgo, and earth energy. And for me, it is about seeing something clearly. It's some sort of new information that can prepare you for your future by helping you put some sort of plan in place based on some new information. So the way that it seems to be presenting for you is it's helping you make the necessary steps to move forward with something in your life. So Spirit, what is this carrot energy for Aquarius in August? What is this carrot energy for Aquarius in August? What is this carrot energy for Aquarius in August? Okay, we have the 9 of Stars. The Emperor was reversed as well as your first card. The Devil reversed. Your twin Capricorn is out here. We have the 6 of Cups. I'm going to talk about the significant zodiac signs at the end, though. I think some of you know a Capricorn quite closely, though. The back of the deck, we have the 8 of Stars reversed. So the first 2 cards I'm seeing is the Emperor reversed and the 6 of Cups upright. This is giving me a strong feeling of letting go of some sort of control, but for some of you it feels like a grudge even. Realizing that something that you thought was at fault wasn't at fault, and kind of surrendering a level of like a hold that you had over it. And I think that the 6 of Cups, it could be something linked to your past in terms of like your childhood, somebody who you're very fond of. I almost see them coming through in like a really soft way. I feel like someone that you used to put up on a pedestal, almost idolize, like as like a father figure, or just somebody who like you were aspiring to be. They're coming through in a very soft way, almost vulnerable way, and it's changing the dynamics of your relationship to them. I feel like this clarity is you realizing that there are many different aspects and facets in different people's lives, and it's making you look at your journey differently, because you may have been mimicking somebody who you thought was just a powerhouse, and you're like, I just got to work harder and put my head down and do this because that's what they do and they're so successful. And for some reason you're more aware of the fact that this person is not as successful as you thought they were, and it's reflecting back onto you, and it's making you look at your priorities differently. I see you in a very sentimental energy, very sentimental, with the Six of Cups, and nostalgic, even reminiscent, thinking a lot about your past and people you're fond of, and thinking back on memories, especially with this Nine of Stars and the Two of Stars. The stars in this deck are pentacles, and you have a lot of earth over here, especially with that Devil card. It's a strong feeling of trying to ground yourself and reprioritize different aspects of your daily life to make sure that you are the best version of yourself. I see you prioritizing your health more over here. You may receive some sort of news from a health professional if you're awaiting test results, or if you wanted a general checkup, or maybe for some reason you're just a lot more focused on your body and your health with this Nine of Stars. There's this overall feeling of being the most physically successful that you can be. And in August, you are prioritizing things that contribute to your individual success and stability. So I do see with the Two of Stars a change in your routine reflected upon like what your health needs are, your physical needs, and your financial needs. You're trying to boost your material side here in terms of your body and your wealth, your health and your wealth, I should say. With the Devil reversed and the Six of Wands upright, I feel like this theme is also about you observing unhealthy patterns and behaviors that are just sort of coping mechanisms, but they aren't going to offer you the long-term success that you want. I see even some of you engaging in like a quick fix, knowing that, okay, long-term, I need a better solution. I definitely think with the Eight of Stars reversed, this is you breaking out of unhelpful patterns and cycles and trying to start new cycles that are better for you. But I think that if you've got something in August that you need to look good for, or that you need to be like peak performance for in terms of your physical body, I see you taking a quick fix in order to get you there. Like it's giving me IV bag vibes, you know, like when you're hungover, just give me that IV bag, I'll get over it quickly. Whatever it is, it's like there's a strong feeling of you trying to make more success long term, but needing to see results in August, and realizing something that you need to ground and implement on a regular basis in terms of your routine and your health. I also feel like with the Six of Wands, there is a feeling here of receiving praise for your physical efforts, like people telling you, like, you look good, what are you doing? And you have to be careful not to kind of feed into, well, actually, like, I've been doing this and it's not actually that healthy, you know? Like, it feels like somebody is validating an unhealthy coping mechanism. Like, it reminds me of when I would personally get compliments for, oh my gosh, you've lost weight, what do you look like? And it's like, well, what are you doing? And it's like, well, actually, I've been very stressed and I've been going out a lot more. So like I've lost weight for bad things, you know, like it's like, thank you, but don't validate this behavior, please, because I should not be doing this right now. That's what it gives me the vibes of, you know, and you're aware of that. That's the thing with clarity here, you know that. So it just feels like this is going to be a major theme in August for you though, because you're becoming more aware with the Nine of Stars and the Eight of Stars reversed, how you need to kind of consider something that you can stick to in the long term rather than just a quick fix. So what is the advice here with clarity for Aquarius? What is the advice here? We have Smother, the 30 card. I want to take those two because of how they fell out. We have ripe fruits, 33, and we have 27, something that is never yours. At the back of the deck is the 39 card. So 3 is very significant for you. I'm seeing a lot of 9s and 3s. Literally, 2 plus 7 is 9, 30, 33, and 39. You can't find goodness because you lost your heart. Yeah, I just feel like you really need to check yourself before you wreck yourself over here. I see maybe indulgent behavior or an excess of alcohol for some of you, because the 3 of Cups was underneath that 8 of Stars, and just quick fixes that don't remedy long-term solutions. So smother is a feeling of too much of something, right? Us putting too much of something into our lives. Ripe fruits makes me think that it's very delicious, it's tempting, and it may actually be very good for us in small doses. But I also think that this as advice is encouraging you to look for things that you find appealing that are also beneficial for you. It reminds me of, again, like exercising. If you don't like running, don't force yourself to run. Find a version of exercise that is appealing to you. That's what this ripe fruits feels like. There is a way for you to manage this without having to do something that you hate. And with 27, something that is never truly yours, it does feel like a rude awakening over here without the Judgment card. It's this Emperor reversed to the 6 of Cups. Someone that you love may be saying to you, like, hey, Aquarius, what is going on with this? Because I need to share my own experiences. This is what happened to me. This is something that is never truly yours. Like, there's this feeling of just be careful, like a warning sign over here. So as advice, that something that is never truly yours is to consider how your strategies, your efforts, and the progress that the plans you're making may be unhelpful in the long run. Are they the most effective long-term solutions? Now, your last theme over here is the Be True card, which is the Passion card. In this deck, it's also connected to Leo, the number 7, and Earth energy. So let's get some tarot out for that Be True card. Intuitively, I'm picking up on a huge focus on self and your appearance. You may be changing up your look. I see some of you doing something to your appearance, whether that's your hair or your facial hair if you're a laddo. Otherwise, that Leo energy, it feels like there's a dramatic flare in your August month that is pulling out a different side of your personality that maybe you haven't seen in a while. I feel like this has to do with you having a positive outlet, like a hobby or something that you can kind of feed energy into on the side, because I kind of get this impression that you guys are under a lot of pressure in August. I don't know why. I just feel it's not a main theme in this reading, but I just feel like all of these are distractions from the pressure that you're under. So what is going on with this passion energy for Aquarius? We have the Knight of Cups. What is going on? I want the card at the bottom. The Queen of Crystals, that's the Queen of Swords. We have the Strength card reversed, more Leo energy. Clarifying the Knight of Cups, we have the Star. Seven of Wands under the Queen of Crystals. And the High Priestess under the Strength card. At the back of the deck is the Two of Crystals. Give me my crystal. Speaking of crystals. Yeah. I feel an outlet. I feel an outlet for sure. I see you taking action towards something that your heart is interested in. Your heart is in the right place over here. With the Star reversed, it does feel like you're numbing something, but it's coming from a place of I don't want to make the same mistake twice. So something about this situation is reminiscent of your past and you needing to kind of do something. I feel like you're trying to prove something here, to be honest with you, especially with the Queen of Crystals upright. It's like, no, I've got to look at the bigger picture. I've got to do this the right way. I've got to prove that I can do this. With the Seven of Wands, it's this underdog feeling of needing to kind of be in control and needing to make sure that the the right actions being taken. But with the Queen of Crystals energy, it's this feeling of you looking at the bigger picture as well and trying to take action with your heart in the right place, but strategically. So that Strength card reversed to the High Priestess upright, it's like you're really connected to your intuition here. You're coming from a position where your heart is telling you to do this. You feel like the signs that you're receiving telling you to do this. But with the Strength card reversed and the Two of Crystals upright, it's interesting how the situation plays out. I feel our intentions are right, but the energy that we're being met with isn't keeping the situation going. Like, I see stagnancy here as well. I feel you fighting, but I feel on the other side things aren't really progressing. So this could be a passionate hobby and you really want it to be successful, but it's just not growing. This could be a friendship that you're really trying to kind of feed energy into, but the other person just isn't giving as much. Or this could be anything really in your August month that you are really, like, your heart's in the right place. You're trying to be strategic, but you don't want to give up. You're trusting that the situation is going to work out. There is just a passive feeling to this though. Like, it just isn't eventuating into what we want it to. Is there anything else you can tell them? The Eight of Cups reversed. This could be an on and off situation that you've had to kind of put energy into and then step away, and then you put energy into it and you step away. If it's a person, it's like you reach out and then you kind of let the conversation fizzle out and you wait for them to reach out. And this isn't your first rodeo over here though. This isn't the first time that you've tried to do this or the first time that this has happened. Wheel of Fortune reverse, for some reason it just never comes together. It feels like something always pops up to intervene, especially if this is a person. If it is an interest or something like a side hustle, I feel like you've had some really bad luck. But you've really ambitious. You've been the one making all the plans, or you have a lot of ideas and you have a lot, like, this situation or this person brings you a lot of joy. They make you feel really good about yourself and you have some good memories with them too, but you're wondering whether this is an end of something. You seem to be in a gray area, confused as to whether this is going anywhere. So what is the advice over here? This is something that's going to take up a lot of your August month, or it's going to be a very key part of your August month. What is the advice for Aquarius over here? And you guys are very loyal. That's the thing. Aquarius, you're very loyal, but you know how to stand your ground. And I think that you're very patient as well, even if you don't think you are. I don't see many Aquarius people like cutting people out of their lives unless it's completely, like, it has to be huge. An Aquarius person can go and then come back. So this is interesting. I feel like someone is maybe taking advantage of that, the fact that they know, like, oh, you'll be back. At the back of the deck, we have what is hidden will be revealed, reverse. There's something about the situation that we've been shown that we've been ignoring. We haven't actually been paying attention to all of the information we're receiving. So with green coming out first, there is a feeling here of needing to do what is healthy from a place of heart chakra. Your heart chakra is not just your love, your compassion, but your healing energy and your immune system, and doing what is best for your vessel, as well as coming from a place of love and compassion. So I feel like, as advice, you are a very loving person, but there's going to be a point in the situation where you need to question the amount that you are feeding into this situation. There's a lot of desire to grow, and it feels like a beetroot is a root vegetable. I have grown them before, but a long time ago in a different country. They took a long time, and I wasn't really convinced that we'd have the most amazing beets. And to be honest, they were good, but they weren't the best beetroots I've ever had. So this is a situation that could have been going on for a long time, or it may continue for a long time. So do what is going to be the best in terms of the most healthy option if it does continue to keep going. With service here, it feels like this is about balance and reciprocity. There's a strong feeling of being in service to others, as though that this is you kind of scratching that humanitarian itch that a lot of Aquarius people get, especially when they're older, especially because most Aquarius people, knock on wood, I don't know why, but y'all know what it means to struggle. You have experienced struggles in your life. So when you see someone struggling, there is a part of you that wants to be the best person you can be and help. This service card is just a reminder with the number 22 that we are in service to others who would help us if we, what's the word? Who would help us if we were in their situation. I don't feel like that's going to be helpful though, because I see you giving more to this person. Sorry Aquarius, we were cut off by my camera because I talk too much, but I was saying with this service card, there is a feeling here of you bending over backwards, whether this is a person or just a situation that you're very passionate about. Your heart is in the right place. I feel like you really want to try, but I also see it fizzling out fairly quickly when the energy isn't reciprocated. And there is a strong feeling here of just being patient until more information can be revealed. Your last card, Ungrateful Daughter and Earthy Mother, gives me the vibes of someone who is taking advantage of the situation. It feels like the answers are kind of slapping us in the face after everything that we've done. There's this genuine feeling of someone taking advantage of the fact that you are very giving and loyal. And if this is not involving another person, if it is more of a passionate pursuit or a situation in which you are trying to expel energy and feed energy into a new interest, I just feel like other people aren't appreciating our need to do this, or there is just a sense of this energy only going in one direction. So that is what I am seeing for you, Aquarius. I have to call it as I see it. I do want to quickly point out some key zodiac signs that will be helpful in the month of August. These are signs that came out in your reading, and they could be key people who will play an integral role. So starting over here, we have Aries, Cancer. We also have more Aries. Oh my gosh. We have Capricorn. We also have Aquarius. You came out with the star. And we have Leo and Pisces. So those signs could be of significance in the month of August. But that is what I'm seeing for you, Sweet Pea. Please look after yourself. I hope the advice and the information today was helpful in painting a bigger picture for you or confirming what you already suspected. Remember, this is a general reading. If anything does not resonate, don't force it to fit. Don't let it take from you. And you may have messages in your sun, moon, rising sign as well if it doesn't resonate 100%. Those big three are a good place to start when it comes to supplementary messages. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe so that you can be informed of our next reading, which will be the monthly love predictions readings for all signs. And I hope to connect with you very, very soon. Bye.